Frank von Stainsill arrived in New Zealand from Holland about 20 years ago. He settled near Masterton with his wife Yoshi. Both Frank and Yoshi studied agriculture in the Netherlands and have postgraduate degrees from Massey University. For the past 17 years, they've worked on a food production model called community-supported agriculture. As well, they provide advisory services based on ecological principles.
This is the original Wairarapa Eco Farm. This is a place we bought 16, 17 odd years ago, with in mind to pilot schemes that show how to farm independently while improving the quality of the food with ecological integrity. This property in essence complements the other garden that we lease in Masterton. In Masterton we run a market garden, ecological market garden, which we do the same thing as here, is manage diversity in time and space. Because we live here, we grow our own seeds and our own seedlings. Yoshi sows them, and then we raise them ourselves in the greenhouse just to be early. They get hardened off outside, and when they're proper size, they go to Masterton where they get planted in the veggie garden. We're trying to expand the nursery because our membership is growing. So we need to raise more seedlings, so we're setting up another tunnel house over there, and then the other tunnel house will raise more seedlings than what we do here. So tables are coming out, plants are going in. This is part of Wairarapa Eco Farms. This property's got a better ecological setting, and most of all it's got a better soil for annual cropping. Being an old orchard, it's built up nutrients, hence we've turned the front into market garden, and that's where all the main veggies are grown for the community supported agricultural membership. When people or members buy our food, the most obvious difference is the taste. Now that doesn't necessarily mean that everything is found tasting nicer, but there's definitely a different taste. 9 out of 10 times people say it tastes better. And hence we don't have to sell on philosophy, we sell on word of mouth. It's a nice looking box again.
It will be nice.
Even for winter. We also write a newsletter in which we background things a little bit, and if that story comes on top of the taste, it means we've got people captured for the long term. It's a lovely program, really. We start harvesting on Monday, so we got a harvesting crew and a packing crew, and they bring in the harvest, and then it gets into the cool store, and then on a day like this, it all gets packed together, and every member that buys a share in our harvest gets a standard box. Our members, they pay in advance for 13 weeks, so I as a grower then know that I've got so much to grow for that particular number of people, and I've got the money in advance. While if you go to the open market, you as a farmer invest all that money, then you grow it to harvestable or supermarket qualities or standards, and then you have to wait and see if somebody buys it, which is not always a certainty, it's not always guaranteed. On top of that, you've got the weather that can destroy a harvest. You've got all sorts of environmental factors that interfere with that. So it makes it a risky job. I'm more secure now because they pay me in advance. It's called community-supported agriculture. It's the community supporting and allowing a farmer to do the right thing. They really allow us to be sustainable. They really allow us to care for the environment. They really allow us to pay attention to food quality. We do things in season, so this is a typical winter box. We got curly kale in this instance, the familiar silver beet, leeks, mung beans. Add-on is apple juice, our own apple juice. The fruits is kiwi fruit, apples and mandarins or pears. Then we've got broccoli sprouts, and then, typical winter ones, celeriac, pumpkin, and our spinach replacement in winter is shoho, which is a Asian brassica. The intention is that this be an ecological setting. We want to employ more activity, more diversity in the way of producing primary goods or adding value to primary goods. So we can do more with animals, which would strengthen the cycle of life on the properties. We can do more in processing in winter. So in the future, we're already working together with a baker. So in the future, we would like to do more meat. So a butchery would be nice. What I see is in the new society is actually, yes, we are going back to the past, but we're taking on board new technologies in a conscious fashion in line with that ecologic, dynamic thing that's happening, and that is the driving force. So yes, appropriate technology, that's part of us, yes. Appropriate science is part of us. I got a background in science and it's very valuable, but it's just a tool, not a means.
This program was made with funding from New Zealand On Air.